Hi guys, welcome to another lecture in the series of lectures on the namesake. Now, we're going to be reading further ahead today, and we're about to get to one of my favorite lines in this piece of work that I won't say much, just trying to keep it conversational though. Let's read. Um, At dawn, a taxi is called to ferry them through deserted Cambridge streets up Massachusetts Avenue and past Harvard Yard to Mount Auburn Hospital. Ashima registers, answering questions about the frequency and duration of contractions as Ashok fills out the forms. Just saying in the middle, you see how these are two sentences, but how much information has Lahiri crunched in? That's not something that everyone can do. I just want to say that. She's seated in a wheelchair and pushed through the shining, brightly lit corridors, whisked into an elevator more spacious than her kitchen. Now, you see how in cross referencing, also, she already, Champalari already explained us what the kitchen is like, right? Like a central square apartment kitchen, how big it would be. But right now, with that comparison, she, like, just with one sentence, she made sense to us for the rest of the story for how big that the kitchen in the apartment is versus how big this elevator is in which Ashima is at the moment in the hospital. On the maternity floor, she's assigned to a bed by a window in a room at the end of the hall. She's asked to remove her Murshidabad silk sari in favor of a flowered cotton gown that, to her mild embarrassment, only reaches her knees. Now, again, just cultural conditioning being integrated here. Lahiri respects her characters to the point where she doesn't oversteps their boundaries, right? Like for example, with Ashima. Now Ashima is about to have a child with Ashok. She will go on to have another child. I hope everybody has read that. Everybody has read the novel already. So obviously, like, there's a lot more that has perhaps happened, but at the same time, it's part of her conditioning, or her culture or whatever, that despite that she's made a child with him, she's still a bit, mildly embarrassed or something like that. That okay, like, I have to wear a dress right now in front of this guy that's going to be showing my knees. That thing. That's that's very little insights that Champalari tends to pick up on. Um, A nurse offers to fold up the sari, but exasperated by the 6 slippery yards, end up stuffing the material into Ashima's slate blue suitcase. Now, here again, just the clash of cultures, right? Because that nurse is American. Um, she must have looked at that sari and then been like, what is this? Like 6 yards of just fabric? Why? Um, and also just about how, the entire scene's imagery is being drawn. That you didn't know as yet that she has a blue suitcase, but now you know she has a blue suitcase. Her doctor, Ashley, gauntly handsome in a Lord Mountbatten sort of way, with fine sand colored hair swept back from his temples, arrives to examine her progress. The baby's head is in proper position, has already begun its descent. She's told that she's still in early labor, 3 centimeters dilated, beginning to efface. What does it mean, dilated? She asks. And Dr. Ashley holds up 2 fingers side by side, then draws them apart, explaining the unimaginable thing her body must do in order for the baby to pass. Now, a lot of times, we may have read the term dilated in a book or something like that, but to be able to explain the process of dilation like this in a sentence, um, I'm not saying I'm not saying I wish that it would have come with a trigger warning of sorts, but I was about to say sorry that I didn't give a trigger warning before that, but okay. Also because I'm just reading out and Jhampalari hasn't. But to be able to explain that process of dilation just like that, draws two fingers together, then takes them apart, that's what Ashima's body is doing right now. So while you're in Ashima's body or you're Ashima's character at the moment, you already felt the craving of that snack made with Rice Krispies. Now, as she's going into labor, having those contractions, her abdomen is filling up with warmth. Now I hope you guys can also feel the thing that her body is about to do to bring that child into the world. Um, her entire body isn't obviously going to separate, but her her pelvis is going to do that. And now we know that. And in that kind of like detailed description, we know that. The process will take some time, Dr. Ashley tells her. Given that this is her first pregnancy, labor can take 24 hours, sometimes more. She searches for Ashok's face, but he has stepped behind the curtain the doctor has drawn. I'll be back, Ashok says to her in Bengali, and then a nurse adds, Don't you worry, Mr. Ganguly. She's got a long way to go. We can take her from here. Um, Now, in this entire paragraph, firstly, just look at the details. Something to marvel at so much, right? The way she just keeps crunching in detail so well. And then you see how culture has been integrated, cultural conditioning has been integrated with the whole thing about, as I said, the fact that she's having a child with that guy, but she's mildly embarrassed that right now she has to wear this dress in front of him, which is going to be showing her knees because it's not part of like the character's comfort. And um, that's why Lahiri's character building abilities are also commendable, because she respects her characters, she gives them that due respect. um, just like with humans, there's not everything that you're supposed to know. Not everything is a dining table conversation, so on and so forth. So similarly, with Lahiri, her characters, she treats them very human, and you can see that in her writing. um, I think let's continue with the next paragraph in the next lecture. I'm really excited for this one sentence in the next paragraph, and we'll have like one whole separate lecture on that sentence, because I'm not saying that one lecture will just do justice to that sentence, but yeah, sure. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel. Maybe press the bell icon to stay updated for whenever a new lecture drops in, and see you guys soon in another lecture. I hope you guys are enjoying thoroughly the namesake as yet, and also understanding it. And I hope that you guys are also falling in love with the characters. And please, if you already haven't surrendered yourself to be one with the story, with the characters, do that. Let yourself feel your body be dilated. Let yourself taste a mixture of Rice Krispies and peanuts with chilies and chopped onions and lemon juice and all of that stuff. Let yourself stand with swollen feet on gray floor. Um, with an abdomen that has almost no space left inside anymore. Um, Surrender, be one, and enjoy what Lahiri's magic is all about.